Hello my friends, and this is a video about Europa 9. One of my subscribers has asked me to make this video about this world, and let me go and show you the map. This is the map and it all belongs to house 11 now. Shinko has come here and defeated his adversary again. So let's go here and see like what's going on here. So I don't have many letters you can see here, and so we have this big dog 20 have sent me this message. Let's see where he is now. He's a sort of a nobody in Devon. He was in house 10 before, and he have sent me this message that all was sort of wrong information. I didn't appreciate it. He told me there's a 10 versus 10 fight here. There was Turkish people here playing in this era. They wanted to stay neutral, and he told me that they are with the other side. It was incorrect information. Later on in Discord, someone I know, and he was leading the house 10 at the time, he sent me this information, and I decided to ignore it altogether and waited for him to lose the game, and then I come and make a video about it. I didn't want to help or upset anybody at the time, but this is a lost word to house 10. I don't see any of them still playing here. You can see here house 10 is just vengeance and whatever. Good luck with vengeance here. And they are playing here. Like, I know Kato Marcus. Kato Marcus is a good player. He's here in this area. Something I want to tell you, I have played with this alliance that lost this game as well, just like GC9. They are lacking essential parts of a house or an alliance. It doesn't have much power in terms of management. Tudai has said that a lot of players who come to this alliance, they just leave after a few months of playing. They don't have a stamina to play a long battle. Games like this can be very lengthy, and people have a life. So I mean, most people have a life and they don't have the time and resources or expertise to play these maps for a very extended period of time, so they will leave, except for the Russian side, because they have everything that I mentioned. They have a lot of time, they have a lot of resources, and they just kick them out of this map while they were doing very well in the beginning. Something I bring to witness, it was the sad departure of a great leader and great player, a Star Reaper. So when a Star Reaper passed away, sadly, in the 1st of January to 2025, it was a very big blow to the house 10, meaning that the house relied on his insight and leadership a lot, and he was the marshal at the time. When he passed away, sadly, the house sort of collapsed and house 11 take over. So the thing is, I have seen other houses that played this game for a very long time, more than a decade, and I can see when the leadership is not actually suitable. I don't like to participate in a place that I know the leadership is not doing very well. That leadership is done. One of the very important things that I can mention is they're decadent. They're really like not serious about the game. They are more into woman's talk basically, and there's no support. New players are not joining, new players are not learning, new players are not getting helped. They don't really have a very good chain of command. There's a lot of players who actually are in the opposition Discord more than they are in their own team Discord. Everybody wants to be a boss. It's really decadent. It's really decadent. So I really don't like to play with them, and I think you shouldn't as well. They are done, these leaderships. Of course I cannot go and play with the Russians. I've played against them but in the past, and they are not a forgiving bunch. But to mention a good leadership, let's see Monde 2. So I'm playing with house 5, which is actually the leadership has left to house 13, Manhattan Project. So Manhattan Project has this notorious word ending feature with it. It's in the name. They fought 6 months with house 11, and then before that 3 months with house 14. And eventually it came to an stop. They didn't want to annihilate the other side. They come to a peace term, right? This peace agreement. Again, Manhattan Project doesn't have any problem based on real politics, meaning that something that happens between Russia and America in the real world, they don't want to bring that into their own problems. And they have Russian players, they have Ukrainian players, everybody just plays the game. Just like the old times when I was in another faction like ICBM, we had Arabs and Israelis playing alongside each other. There was not a problem. I mean, this game, people are not really following the real politics. It doesn't work here. We have friends from all over the world. This is the fun part and beautiful part about this game, that we have friends from all over the world. And you know, it's not national based. The factions are not nationality based. If someone has a strong opinions, they have it outside the game. They don't bring it inside the game, because this is a different world altogether. It's a gaming world, and we don't want to bring our country's problems into the table when we are playing a game, right? They don't have anything against the French. They have French players, of course, inside the alliance, and they come to a peace agreement because it's all about the game, and it works like this is all a game. And when they fight enough, they come to terms and they come to peace agreements. They get to keep what they had at the end of the war, of course. And like France belong to House 14, and you can see here House 5 has bring into the plate that they are not willing to end the war at the moment unless they are provoked again, and they just transferred all of the king seats. The reason that House 13 is controlling Belgium and Anjou and House 17 is controlling Normandy is not because there's a problem in House 5. It's actually that it was in the terms with the other houses, the French players who are playing here and the other nationalities who are playing in the French side, because they just said, okay, we don't end the war, right? So they transferred the king seat so the glory round doesn't end fast. And it's a good time for anybody who wants to join Monday 2 to, you know, go and talk to these people who are in charge of the counties, and they can bring their own faction here to, you know, farm and rank up and join the game. So this is what I call a good leadership. One of the very bad things that the leadership there does is that there is no peace, meaning they want to fight to the last man, and the animosity is very high. I don't think that we have to hate Russians because they are Russians. It's just very wrong. You can see here they come to peace agreements, and it's just about the game. It's nothing about the reality of the real world that we are living in. And for Shinka, I think Shinka is also doing the same mistake. They have won one war, GC9, and in GC10 I can see that they are still, you know, holding the grudge since 3 servers before with some players that are from, you know, like, you have joined that faction 3 years ago, so you will forever have a sword on top of your head. You know, eventually you are going to cross a sword with somebody in this server or the other server, and the whole world becomes your enemy. And if you lose your bot, that's it for you, and you have no friends. You know, they are also going to remember that you keep your grudges forever, and they're never going to trust you. So, you know, being a normal human being, a decent human being, pays in the long run, I assure you. And I hope you have a good time. Our world has become a different place since Donald Trump has taken power, and we hope that a lot of this madness ends soon. All the best, my friends, and have a great year ahead.